Hi, this is Saint Jerome with another crypto experience. Today is September the 13th of 2023. This video is pretty much going to be my opinion. I just believe I want to get this out here because I think we're coming into some rough financial times here in the short term. I'm not sure exactly when. Everybody's been laying down different dates. So I think, personal opinion, that things are going to come to a crash. I think the fiat system is going to run out of gas. And I've heard many people talk about different scenarios. The worst case scenario, I guess, in a sense, is that it crashes and it goes to zero rather quickly. And those of the people who have alternatives, such as behind me, gold and silver, which has been money for eons, right? Since we recorded history, pretty much, especially silver. Silver, folks, is the dollar is defined in the Constitution as the only legal money is silver. As that now, gold has become that standard too. We had a gold standard, and the BRICS nations are moving to a gold standard. Um, so that's one thing. But the other thing for survival and possible future is cryptocurrencies. We've talked in the past about the big ones. I heavily believe that Bitcoin still has a place. However, it's gotten old and dodgy and slow. So if you want a fast currency, Litecoin, which forked off of Bitcoin, in my opinion, is a way better currency. It's way faster. It's going to be 84 million compared to 21 million. When Bitcoin first came out, people didn't realize its potential, and they just kind of threw their hard drives away with Bitcoin on it. Good night. How much Bitcoin's been lost? I've heard estimates as high as 16, not 16, excuse me, 6 million Bitcoins have been lost. Dang, that's a lot of money if you can find that. One poor guy is running around, I think it's in the UK, looking for the hard drive he threw out in the great big landfill because it had a lot of Bitcoin on it. He didn't realize, uh-oh, now it's worth something. So I think Bitcoin's got and Litecoin have their places. I think even Dogecoin could be used as a currency. And what's nice about Doge and Litecoin, you can mine them together. So that's nice. XRP, XLM are going to be very important, I believe. I think that XRP will be linking financial institutions together. And some people talk that banks are going away completely. We're going to be our own bank. We're going to use some of these cryptocurrencies and tokens to bank transactions. XRP happen in just a couple seconds, and you can move tons of money with XRP. So I think, in my own opinion, that XRP is going to be used to replace the SWIFT system and move currencies between countries, maybe other large institutions. And XLM is going to do a similar work of making smart contracts and moving currencies between maybe people or maybe inside of a country. I heard Argentina is going to that. So, but so cryptocurrencies, let's see where I was with XRP, XLM. I think Theta has a use case throughout the internet, so that could become very valuable. And all of its little compadres of Theta Fuel and Theta Drop. So that would be my main cryptocurrencies, but probably the most important, because some people, if you're late to the game, it's going to be hard to invest in these two things, because especially silver is starting to get hard to get. Even though if you can get it, it's a very low price. The federal government has been shutting off on ramps for the dealers to sell coins. They've been banks just been closing down perfectly fine coin shops, and these guys had their bank accounts. I've heard of some people that not only was the store closed, but their wives' account and all their children's accounts were closed too for no reason. They followed all the rules, did everything right, and yet the bank's closing down. I hear more and more of those stories going on. So if you do, or if you are going to get some volume, better kind of move kind of quickly. Cliff High and his data with web bots for years ago said that silver is going to get to unobtainium. I mean, there's a point where you can't get any, and you won't even know, as Bix Weir says, what price is assigned to it. It's in a sense going to be priceless. So you might be just sitting on that for a while. I'm a big HODL guy. Hold on for dear life. I think that goes for precious metals, and I think that goes for cryptocurrencies too. Now, what is probably more important than all that is having some supplies for at least a short amount of time, whatever you think that short amount of time is. Even the government talks about having supplies for 10 days or 2 weeks or so. So, my opinion, I think it's prudent to have at least a month. And those things we talked about earlier, you really want to get. Well, I did a little video not too long ago about the impact that Oliver Anthony's song "Rich Men North of Richmond" has had on people, and it's last I heard it had like 56 million views around the world. Dang, right? That's a lot of views. If you've listened to the song, it tugs at your heart quite a bit for the common man. Now, Ramey, this guy back behind, I already showed this picture before, but he did a parody of it. But if you watch the parody, it's pretty funny. He's making the rich men not seem that like they're too swift. So a lot of people who don't have a lot of money wonder why some of these billionaires can't fund a few things and keep help with the homeless, et cetera, et cetera. So not my opinion, but right, makes one think. Well, there are groups of people who believe that this is biblical coming on. One group would be the Jewish believers, and another group that is similar, but yet they're not the same, are Messianic Christians. Those are Christians who believe that Jesus is the Messiah. And they carry out a lot of the same, I'll call them traditions that the Jewish Orthodox Jews especially carry out. So why am I bringing this up? What are you bringing that up for? Saint Jerome? Come on. Well, my first part saint. But anyway, uh, Bo Polney is one who has interesting biblical timelines, and he's putting a lot of emphasis on September 15th through September 25th. One reason I wanted to get this video out today, as something significant is going to happen. Well, it just happens to be coincidental that Rosh Hashanah is on the 15th, and then Yom Kippur is on the 25th. If you're not sure what that is, Rosh Hashanah is Rosh Hashanah is the Hebrew name for the Jewish New Year, and it is signified by blowing in the shofar, which is like a ram's horn, and which is a trumpet of God. So to announce the new year coming in. And then for the next 10 days are the days of awe, and a lot of weird things and powerful bad things have happened to on these days between Rosh Hashanah and the final, which is at the end of that 10 days is Yom Kippur, or the Day of Atonement. And during that time, you reflect and to get yourself repentful and be ready to pray up to God, right? And be ready with God. I don't have a better way to say it. So then you also got people as extreme from this point of view about the religious point of view as Cliff High. He comes for a little more scientific reasoning. And he's talking about how the part of where we are in the galaxy that we're coming into some different radiation, and that radiation is really awakening people. So he talks about the Great Awakening, but it seems to kind of correspond to a lot of different people and a lot of different religions, like we just discussed. Those are waiting for Yom Kippur and Days of Atonement. So why am I doing this video? Just because those days are coming up soon. Cliff's data is showing just more crazy kind of stuff. His web bots have been very accurate over time. Remote viewers. Cliff was I was watching a show today, and Cliff was talking on there about how remote viewers are mirroring his web bots, and he didn't say who those remote viewers are. I've seen work by the Crypto Viewing Bunch, who have changed their name now, Future Forecasting Group, I believe. And Dick Algeier is just amazing on some of the things he's called in the past. The one that I think will still happen is all of a sudden Congress is done. It's the last day of our government. So federal government, and as the dollar crashes, but I do believe it's going to rise once again in a fairly short time. But people don't learn by you telling them. People learn by experiencing. I think part of this is good people, unfortunately, have to let everybody experience what could happen if we went to this kind of thing. So we shall see. But I guess this video is, hey, there's some crazy stuff coming up, I believe, and you should probably be prepared. You can be prepared with the precious metals, prepared with some cryptocurrency, XRP, Litecoin, especially. I think those two could, Theta, be very important with supplies. And supplies, if you can't do anything else, there's a lot of things you can do, and get some food and get some water. I mean, water you can store it pretty easily. It's great if you have a filter, a water filter like a Berkey, because then you could use water from different sources and quite pure and still get it enough to drink and cook with. So, okay, well, this is a short video today. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Not as smooth as I'd like it to be, but I'm trying. I just want to do it very quickly. I didn't get as much editing as I usually do. So thank you for watching. Please hit a like and subscribe. I have a lot of discount codes down below. I have precious metals with Miles Franklin. Get a discount. Please mention Saintjerome sent you there. If you need crypto and quantities over, well, 500, you can do it by yourself using my affiliate code, or $2,000, you can use my affiliate code and you'll get a broker. Wow, that's pretty cool. Mel Carmine, I think, uses the same broker, and he says 10,000 minimum. It's 2,000, like that. I like to use Olive for a ramp to get on right now for buying Bitcoin and Litecoin in small quantities. I don't get anything from Olive, but I found it to be very useful. That's OLLIV. If you're going to get precious metals, you kind of need to do that pretty quickly, I think. So if you got any questions, please leave them. I've got a 500 subscriber contest. When we get to that amount, the first one comments below. When I hit 500, we'll get at least 10,000 Satoshis, maybe 20,000 or more, which is about 10,000, about $26, or excuse me, not 26, $2.60 now. And then I'm also going to have like a 444 subscriber contest, which is smaller. And I'll give you at least 10,000 Satoshis, maybe make that richer too. There's somebody I am competing to myself about, and I want to kind of prove a point and get more subscribers than that. It's not a person, it's an entity. So that way I would find that kind of humorous if that got to that point. So thank you very much for watching, and hope you all get stocked up and ready for what might happen.